Joined now by Seattle Kraken prospect Kaden Hammell. Kaden, first of all, congratulations on being selected by the Kraken at the 2023 NHL Draft. Now, with the draft being nearly a month ago, refresh us. What were you doing when you found out you'd been selected by the Kraken? And, what was going through your head once the news broke?
Yeah, you know what? The draft's a pretty crazy time, so it's definitely a little bit nerve wracking, and you see a lot of old friends go, stuff like that. It was a super cool experience. I was super fortunate to go to Seattle, such a great organization. Development camp there, the first week there was amazing. And you know what? I kind of blacked out honestly when it all happened. I feel like that's kind of a common answer from a lot of the guys, but that seriously is how you feel. It's definitely a dream come true and just a super surreal moment. And yeah, I mean, I was fortunate to spend that time with my family too. I think that was super cool. I was with my family when I got called, and yeah, no, all around it was awesome.
And did you have an idea that the Kraken were looking at picking you, or was that something that kind of caught you off guard once you found out?
Yeah, I had a conversation with the Kraken throughout the draft process. I thought it went pretty well. They're definitely a team on my radar that I definitely wanted to go to, especially playing in Everett right down the road. So that all worked out really well. And you know what? I just can't explain how happy I am to be a Seattle Kraken. And I think that is going to be a great spot for me. And it was great.
So you find out you're a member of the Kraken. Walk us through what happened next. As in, was there a player or member of staff that kind of made that first reach out to you?
Yeah, there was quite a few staff members reaching out. It was pretty busy time, like I said. I mean, the phone was kind of blowing up, so there was there was a lot of staff that reached out, and you know what, they kind of gave me the instruction of how development camp works because it's a pretty quick turnaround. But yeah, no, I mean, there was a lot of communication, and they did a really good job letting me know on development camp info, stuff like that. And then as soon as I got there, I mean, meeting all the staff was unbelievable, and there's just so many staff members and so much support there, and it was a super cool experience, and it's a super supportive organization, and I think that it was probably one of the best weeks of my life when I got to go spend a week up there. So
Now, three of Seattle's selections at the draft ended up being WHL defensemen from the Western Conference. You have yourself, Lucas Dragicevic from Tri-City, as well as Caden Price from Kelowna. Now, Kraken management have clearly liked what the three of you have brought to the table. So, can you kind of speak about the competition and talent that you see in that Western Conference on a nightly basis? And as a follow-up to that, what have you done to stand out in what's clearly a really talented crop of WHL defensemen right now?
yeah, you know what? I mean, there's competition everywhere. That's something that motivates me. You know, Drago and Price, they've been in competition for a long time in my life. I've played with them or competed against them, and you know what? They're all great guys and all great players. But at the end of the day, like it's definitely competition, and it's something to motivate. Well, it motivates myself, and hopefully, I motivate them too. It's a competitive sport, so there's always going to be some competitiveness in it for sure. But overall, great defenseman. I think that the draft picks that Seattle had were amazing. I think they did a very good job with the draft this year, and the talent that was at that development camp was really good. And yeah, you know, I think just for myself, it's just staying level headed and keep going to work every day and just trying to get better in every way possible. So that's kind of one thing I think that my mindset that's where my mindset takes me. I think that I just want to be better every day, and I mean, yeah.
Now, you already said, first development camp with the Kraken is in the books. You know, just plain and simple, how did it feel to suit up for an NHL organization for the first time? And, what do you like most about being a member of the Seattle Kraken?
You know what? I mean, putting on that NHL suit is like that's another dream come true, right? As soon as you have that logo and on the front of your jersey, it's a pretty surreal moment as well. I mean that was super exciting for myself, And like I said, I mean, the Kraken, brand new organization, staff's amazing, facilities are gorgeous. Basically everything. I mean, if I could go through that whole week, I don't even know what I'd pinpoint what was the best, because everything was open in my eyes. And you know what, I was just basically like a kid in a candy shop. It was pretty crazy. It was yeah, like I'm doing right now. I don't really have words to explain of how cool it was, but it was such a great experience. And I thank them for that. And I thank them for giving me the opportunity to be there. And I'm just planning to show out as much as possible and see where it can take me. So
Now, looking back at last season, you were traded from Kamloops to Everett in January, and now it looks like you're sticking around Washington State as a member of the Kraken. Is sticking around Washington something that excites you?
100%, yeah. Moving to Washington was a little bit, I guess, scary, you could say, in a way. It's a new place, new country. I didn't really know what to expect, but I absolutely loved Washington. My time there was amazing. Everett's beautiful, and obviously Seattle's a beautiful city as well. And it's nice that they're about a 45-minute drive apart from each other. So sometimes we'd, even on a day off or whatever in Everett, we'd go into Seattle. So I'm a little bit familiar with the Seattle area. And yeah, no, I have nothing bad to say about Washington. I've absolutely loved my experience there, and it's been a great time there. So
And, both as a member of the Silvertips and now the Kraken, can you tell us a little bit about the hockey culture that you've seen in the state of Washington? And, why is that something that, players have come to know and love?
yeah, I mean, it's something super special. The fans are amazing there. I stand by my word when I say that Everett has the best fan base in the Western Hockey League. I truly do believe that. They're amazing. There's so much support. And obviously Seattle with the new team coming in, the support's been amazing there too. I think that their fan base. I was actually fortunate to catch a game last year during my Everett season, and it was really eye opening for me. The fans in Washington are amazing, and there's definitely a lot of support behind all the players and all the organizations. And as a player in an organization, I think that I just can't appreciate that enough. And I thank them, because that's another thing that definitely motivates organizations, or personally as a player, it definitely motivates me too. So
Awesome. And I guess just as a wrap-up question here, and shifting our focus to the upcoming 2023-24 season, what's on the go for the rest of your summer, and, as you kind of gear up for another season in Everett, as well as your first, real training camp with the Kraken?
yeah, for sure. I mean, I think everybody wants to be the stronger, faster, bigger player. You want to come back better than you were last year. That's the goal. That's my goal. So there's a lot of little things that I've been trying to target and been working away and add in my game. So just planning on coming back stronger than ever next year. And you know what, that's my plan for every year that jumps. So you know what, I think that you just want to work as hard as possible over the summer, and it's a good time to really pinpoint certain details that you want to work on within your game. So that's what I've been taking advantage of, and I hope to have a good start of the season, and hopefully a good all the way run through. So yeah, that's my summer. Yeah.